everyone. Lisa Haven here. Well, full-fledged communism has now arrived in the United States of America. You see, over the past year, I have been warning avidly against communist policies rising right here in the United States of America. Not only that, but I've also warned about the communist social scoring system that is alive and active in China, arriving in the United States of America, and even showing information on how big tech organization is already doing that right here in the United States of America. Well, now you know things are really bad when the mainstream media finally admits that. But before I get into the report, just a quick break. Now, inflation isn't something that we've heard of for quite a while, now is it? But last month, the inflation rate right here in the United States of America was at its highest rise for 29 years. Yes, you heard that right, 29 years. That's a very long time, and since 1992. This is a really, really big problem for all of us, with our food going up, our gases, and our everyday items literally skyrocketing. But what's also terrifying is if you plan on retiring anytime soon. Here's the thing, you need to put an inflation dam up in order to stop it from completely wiping out all of your investments and all of your retirement savings. And it's not too late to do that. Right now, Noble Gold Investments and noblegoldinvestments.com can help you with that. They specialize in retirement planning and IRAs, and their team of experts is your first step. So check them out at noblegoldinvestments.com. And right now, what's even cooler is they are giving away this 1 ounce American Eagle solid silver proof coin. But here's the one that I personally have here, and you can see the front side there, and I'm going to flip it over on the back. But this thing is absolutely amazing, and I really keep it as a keepsake for myself and my family, and it even comes with a certificate of authenticity. But I want to encourage you today, just make sure you have some kind of investment backed by gold, silver, precious metals, these kinds of things, because we really don't know the state of the economy, and things are getting worse with each passing day. Protect your assets by going to noblegoldinvestments.com or give them a call today at 1-877-646-5347 and let them know you heard it on Lisa Haven. There's also information found in the description box below. Anyhow, back to the broadcast. So let's start first with what's going on in China, because what's happening in China is coming to the United States of America, according to the article that I'm going to show you in a moment. But right now over in China, for those who may not know, Chinese people are given a social score. And this social score will determine if they're able to fly in a plane, travel, or go somewhere. All right, show you this article here so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. At businessinsider.com, China's social credit system ranks its citizens and punishes them with throttled internet speeds and flight bans if the Communist Party deems them untrustworthy. So how do you get rated? Well, over in China, you're rated on your behavior. If you don't pay your taxes, that will lower your score. If you jaywalk on the street, that will lower your score. If you so much as say anything bad about the Communist Party, that will lower your score. If you read information that they don't want you to read, they'll call that misinformation or fake news, and your score will go down. If you're found on certain social media sites that they don't approve of, your score goes down. And so many other things can change the score level, but this is complete and utter control of your life. And as a result, over in China, and this is a reminder for some of you, I get it, but this is for those who may not know, China bans 23 million people from buying travel tickets as part of a social credit system. So now millions of people over in the country of China can't fly, can't get on a bus, can't travel, can't do a lot of things because they did something that the government did not like. Well, now, right here in the United States of America, something similar, according to this news source, is coming to the United States. And here's that article. Take a look here at thehill.com. Coming soon, America's own social credit system. Now, the article goes on to state, China's social credit system is a combination of government and business surveillance that gives citizens a score that can restrict the ability of individuals to take actions, such as buying a plane ticket, acquiring property property or even getting a loan. Because of such behaviors, given the position of several major American companies, a similar system may be coming here to the United States of America sooner than you think. It goes on. Last week, PayPal announced a partnership with left-wing Southern Poverty Law Center to investigate the role of white supremacists and propagators of anti-government rhetoric, subjective labels that potentially could impact a large number or groups of people using their service. PayPal says the collected information will be shared with other financial firms and politicians, okay? Facebook is taking similar measures, and recently introducing messages that ask users to snitch on their potential extremist friends, which, considering the platform's bias, seems mainly to target the political right. It is. They're all targeting one side. At the same time, Facebook and Microsoft are working with several other web giants and the United Nations on a database to block potential extremist content. This is what I talked about on this video here. Urgent alert. Are you on their list? Big Tech just joined UN to initiate extremist content. Talked about it all in this report. I encourage you to check it out. But basically, you have this big conglomerate of big tech organizations working with the UN to go after white supremacist and anti-government rhetoric, and they're kicking people off of their platform. So a question has to be asked, right? And they ask it here. Could a Facebook employee, for example, equate a Ben Shapiro with a David Duke and remove his account? And based off of history, and I'm going to show you history in just a moment. I really want you to keep this article in mind when I show you hundreds of people who had been banned from doing services already in the United States because of some scoring system here in the US. And the question has to be asked because it is happening. And I'll show you that in a moment. But it goes on to say this. The implications of these crackdown efforts will be significantly more broad than just prohibiting Donald Trump from tweeting at 3 a.m. Young people cannot effectively function in society if they're blocked from using Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Uber, Amazon, PayPal, Venmo, and many other financial systems. You can't function in society. You can't, right? Just like what's going on in China. Some banking platforms have already announced a ban on certain legal purchases such as firearms. The growth of such restrictions which will only accelerate with support from left-wing politicians, could create a system in which individuals who do not hold certain political views could be blocked from polite society and left unable to make a living. And they're not wrong. It's not wrong. If you're telling, if you're going to go after one side and they're only attacking those on the right, could it incorporate people like Don Bongino, Ben Shapiro, myself, and many others to be lumped in with something that we're not? And then you have a whole society that is segregated against, can't access Facebook, Twitter, banking institutions, and they're left out of society. This is the kind of system that we're literally talking about here. We don't even take away banking privileges, from people who have done murderous acts. So we don't take privileges, a right to buy a house or a property or get on an Uber or something like that from somebody who's committed a drug crime, or for crying out loud. This is above and beyond. This is straight up censorship and communism in the U.S. And I love what Blake Masters had to say. And here it is, Breitbart.com. Blake Master, big tech counter-terrorist organization, the big tech radical group with the UN, focuses on far right, is obviously a ploy to target Republicans. He goes on, I made a comment when this came out, and it was, come on, guys, this is an obvious pretext dissent. This is an excuse to suppress dissent. They try to make this a white supremacist thing so they can be able to do whatever they want. Obviously, we shouldn't have white supremacist speech on these platforms, right? They want to make this database and rip them off. But here's the problem. If you could trust the left, if you could If you could, these institutions, that would be fine. I don't want white supremacists on Facebook either. All 5,000 of them in the US. They have no power. They're pathetic, he says. Here's the problem. You'll be shocked at what the left considers white supremacists just 1 year from now or even 2 years from now, because it always changes their definition, right? This is obviously a ploy to target conservatives, to target Republicans, and anyone right of center view is seen by left-wing activists as retrograde, dangerous, evil, and even racist. And that's the thing. Anybody could be put into that category, any one of us. And it looks like that's already happening. And let me show you. Let me show you how that's already happening. Take a look at some things that are going on. And this is because of leftist radicals, right? BusinessInsider.com. Tucker Carlson, advertisers like T-Mobile and ABC are abandoning Fox News' Tucker Carlson over his attacks on the BLM movement. Then we have USA Today. Many Keurig and others pull ads from Fox News Hannity show over Roy Moore coverage. They're only pulling it from those on the right. Then we have TheFederalist.com. 7 companies have pulled from Bill O'Reilly's ads and instead gave money to Bill Clinton's tax-free group. Then we have USA Today. Google pulls its ads from Zero Hedge, warns the Federalist about dangerous speech and how derogatory it is. They pulled my ads here on YouTube as well. We also have neonetal.com. Google purges conservative news sites ahead of election. We have Gateway Pundit. Google purges Breitbart and Gateway Pundit from search results. 2 large conservative websites. Then we also have TheVerge.com. More than 17,000 YouTube channels have been removed for hateful content, mainly those on the right. PJ Media, pro-Trump Covfefe brand canceled by Chase Bank. Then we have here National File. Florida Bank closes Donald Trump's accounts without explanation, and more banks will follow. And then we know one of the most banned women in the world, Laura Loomer, access suspended. Chase Bank suspends Laura Loomer's access to online banking. That's insane. Laura Loomer banned from Uber and Lyft. Breitbart.com financial blacklisting. Chase Bank withdraws services from independent and conservative figures. Breitbart.com. Kurt Schilling says AIG canceled his insurance because of his social media profile. Breitbart.com. Black conservatives were booted from Uber for MAGA hats, and they won't be silenced. Politico, GoFundMe takes down conservatives' fundraiser page for election misinformation. Breitbart, GoFundMe suspends Candace Owen fundraiser for Cafe and bans her account. Patreon bans conservative Lauren Southern, allows far-left violent Antifa. So there's one for us, one action being done to us while the other side is scot-free. Right, but the thing here is you can't function in society if all these things are taken away. So I agree with that Hill article, the opinion piece there, and how a social score is coming to America. And I want to say the social score is already in America because conservatives are already being kicked off of platforms en masse. And it's really sad to see. Anyhow, I'd love to get your thoughts, comments, and concerns. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.